Have you ever felt like you're doing absolutely everything right, but your life still looks exactly the same? You wake up, you try to build better routines, you try to change your mindset, but at the end of the day, you look around and it feels like nothing is actually happening. It's exhausting. It's been about 2 weeks since we talked about sitting in the dark and waiting for the stars to show up. And honestly, I have spent the last 14 days sitting in the quiet, trying to figure out what moving forward actually looks like. If we are currently trapped in that frustrating middle stage where you feel completely stuck, grab a cozy drink and settle in. I'm Kay, and today we are breaking down 3 perspectives, a little cheat sheet, if you will, on how to handle the quiet anxiety of slow progress. Present moment illusion. Let's talk about the first shift. Why it feels like nothing is changing. In my own journey, I hit a point where the frustration took over. I was trying so hard to force things to happen. I tried listening to different music, changing my morning steps, trying all these new habits to force myself out of a dark place. But day after day, my daily routine felt identical. Nobody around me knew I felt stuck because on the outside, I was showing up, but internally, I felt like I was running on a treadmill. I got so tired of my current life. But here's the truth I had to realize. Every single thing you do today, in this exact seemingly boring moment, alters your tomorrow. Think about a canvas, or maybe our video in June, or if I'm actually doing a cross stitch right now, and if I pull one thread through the fabric, the picture doesn't magically appear. If you look at second by second, it looks like a waste of time. But progress isn't an explosion, it's an accumulation. Taking the loop trap. This brings me to the second angle, the loop trap. For the longest time, I genuinely believed I was stuck in a repetitive loop. It felt like a cycle I couldn't break. But everything changed when I finally stopped, took a deep breath, and looked back with a calm, clear mind. Do you know what I realized? I hadn't been standing still at all. I had actually accomplished so many things. I had met goals I forgot I even set. But because my hyper focus was entirely locked onto the loop, locked onto what was wrong or what hadn't happened yet, I became totally blind to my own growth. When you only stare at the empty spaces on your canvas, you fail to notice the beautiful colors you have already stitched together. Once I shifted my focus away from the loop and onto my actual achievements, the heavy clouds started to lift. Suddenly, new opportunities started opening up to reach my current goals. The reality of daily alignment. Final angle is simple, but it changes everything. What you do daily matters. We often fall into the trap of consuming other people's progress instead of creating our own. For example, I set a goal to start working out daily, but instead of actually moving, I found myself lying in bed before sleeping or right after waking up, just staring at photos and videos of other people working out. I would tell myself, yeah, I'm working out daily because it was occupying my mind, but my body wasn't moving. It took 3 or 4 days of that mental trap before I finally put the phone down, stood up, and actually started doing the workout myself. Inspiration is a beautiful spark, but alignment requires action. Staring at someone else's finished canvas will never complete yours. Now I'm going to give you 3 tips ready for you based on the chapters that we discussed. Tip number 1, shift from forcing to flowing. Stop trying to fix your entire life by tomorrow morning. When you get stuck in a dark routine,
Don't try to reinvent your whole day. Just focus on making one good decision in the present moment. The single decision is silently restructuring your future, even if you can't see the full image yet. Tip number 2: audit your past, not just your present. When the anxiety tells you you are stuck, force your brain to look backward with logic, not emotion. Write down 3 things you handle easily today that you would have completely overwhelmed the version of you from a year ago. You aren't in a loop, you are on a spiral and you are moving upward. Tip number 3: lower the bar to frictionless action. If you want to build a new habit or change your routine, stop waiting for the perfect burst of motivation. Lower the expectation. Don't try to do a perfect 1 hour routine. Just do it poorly for 5 minutes. Action creates motivation, never the other way around. And gradually improve. And with that, we have come to our final chapter. Progress is quiet. It doesn't announce itself with a loud siren. It shows up weeks later when you suddenly realize you aren't hurting the way you used to. If you're sitting in that awkward, slow middle stage right now, remember, your canvas is under construction. Be proud of the invisible stitches you are making today. Thank you so much for spending this quiet pocket of your day with me. If this talk brought a little bit of peace to your space, please consider subscribing and joining our little community called Allowed to have you along as we keep blooming, stitching, and figuring this life thing out together. Leave a comment below letting me know which angle or chapter resonated with you the most today. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.